Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Phone Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 41 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game. If you guys haven't missed any episodes, there'll be a thing at the top right-hand corner of the screen that will have a playlist that will go over episode 1 to episode 41 here if you guys want to see all that. If you guys don't, that's understandable. I understand. Your time is very important. So down in the description below, there'll be a thing that says all of our records so far with each team. So from winning 1 to winning 13. You can see how many teams have in what year they won and everything. So, but yeah, new episode means new team. Let's go ahead and figure out who we are going to be using this episode to win a national championship with. Looks like we're going to M's, and we are going to be getting Michigan State, it looks like, and it is Michigan State. So we're going to the Big Ten. Haven't been over there in a while, but Michigan State is where we're going next. They are an 83 overall. This will be a tough one because they're not the best overall team in the Big Ten. Granted, we did Rutgers in a couple seasons, but Michigan State I think will be a little bit harder. We do get a recruiter head coach, which will be nice. Yeah, 4-8, 5-7. They went 11-2 in 2021, but then hopefully we can bring them back to their former glory here and try to get Michigan State a win. We haven't done Michigan yet, as you guys saw on the wheel. We have a lot of teams that can probably do one and dones, like Georgia, Alabama. All these teams have yet to be done with. So, but let's take a look at the coaches. We do have recruiter, mostly on the offense, some DB as well, which is kind of nice. We do have strategist. I guess it's okay for mostly interest, but I usually sometimes forget about scheduling visits. We do have scheme guru, mostly on the offense. We do have some with D-line, stuff right there. And we do have some motivator. Probably going to be focusing this first just so we can get our off-season training boost. Maybe also along our D-line, or mostly recruiting so we can get the increased weekly boosts. Our offense coordinator is mostly recruiting on the offense and some master motivating with the offense. So that's going to be very, very nice. Defensive coordinator is the exact same. Mostly defense and motivating on the defense. So that's actually perfect for what we want to do here with Michigan State. Checking out the team, I know one person normally leaves, and it's Aiden Childs because of playing style. I know he normally leaves a lot. I've seen him a lot, so we're probably going to need a quarterback. So that's going to be fun. But, I mean, highest overalls are 288, so hopefully we do have a nice kicker punter. So we're going to need a kicker in this offseason, or in the recruiting class. So I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of decent players as well. I mean, Marsh is here. He's probably the best wide receiver we're going to have. There is Antonio Gates Jr., so maybe he goes to the league if he gets some upgrades. There is Jack Velling, who's pretty good, tight end. He might be with us for another year, although he wants to transfer out because of pro potential. Offensive line is looking rough, besides our center. So we probably need some upgrades there. D-line's okay. Got a lot of seniors on this team, and we're going to have to go after a lot of players, but hopefully, I mean, corners desperately need help. Safeties are good, actually, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, we need a kicker punter. So, all in all, I'm going to go ahead and simulate Season 1. I'll see everyone at the end of Season 1 here with Michigan State. And in Season 1 here with Michigan State, we go 7-5. I mean, better than what I expected here with Michigan State in year number 1. We actually start out 4-0 with FAU, Maryland, FCS, and Boston College. Then we lost 3 in a row against ranked Ohio State, ranked Oregon, and Iowa. We ended up beating Michigan 26-21 when they were ranked as well. They ended up not being ranked at the end of the season. We lost to Indiana. We actually got shut out. Then we beat Illinois. We lost to Purdue, and we beat Rutgers, who ended up ranked at 10-2. So we had some good wins. We had some pretty bad losses as well, but can't be too mad about it. Obviously, at 7-5, we don't make the conference championship. Not surprising at all. We do sign a 4-star middle linebacker and a 4-star center, so that will definitely help. And a 4-star defensive tackle. All right. We'll take it. But yeah, 7-5, 4-5 in the conference. It looks like Aiden Childs is going to be gone. Velling might even leave too, which that won't be very, very nice. But Dylan Gabriel wins the Heisman, 4,100 yards, 44 touchdowns, 4 interceptions here in year number 1. And we didn't get a bowl game, which is very weird because we're 7-5. We should have got a bowl game, but at least I didn't see one. Did we just get skipped on a bowl game? Yeah, I think we did. That's wild. But I'm going to go ahead, similar to the end-of-season recap. If I missed it, I might have missed it. I don't know. I think this is one of the first times, if I'm like 7-5, that we didn't get a bowl game. I know you're eligible at 6 wins, and normally sometimes at 6 and 7 you don't get one. But yeah, we go 7-5. Pro potential is down to a D, which is not good. Aiden Childs is going to be gone. Conference prestige somehow went down because the SEC went up to an A+. Coach stability went up. Coach prestige did go down, and pro potential, it's a bad one at D overall, which is not very good. But all in all, it looks like, yeah, and all of a sudden, like, Oregon wins the national championship. They go 16-0 with Texas, Oregon, Utah, Florida State, and Liberty made it as the automatic qualifiers with Notre Dame, Clemson, Rutgers, Kentucky, Ohio State, Texas Tech, and Miami. Like, we had the national championship winner. Why are we, like, going down? I mean, it was like Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, and then the ACC. So all the big teams, actually, every single one that had a bye moved on. That's kind of surprising. But that's going to end Season 1. It's on to Season 2 here with Michigan State. And here we are in Season 2 with Michigan State. We went 8-4 on the year. Not a bad season, but still not enough to make the conference championship. We won our first 2 games between Western Michigan and Bowling Green. Lost to Boston College, but we did beat UCLA, who ended up going 9-3, 33-31. Was this in overtime? Yeah, no, it wasn't even in overtime. All right, I thought that was going to be an overtime. We did beat USC, but then lost to Iowa, beat Indiana, lost to Penn State, and then won 3 out of our last 4 between Michigan, Nebraska, and Minnesota before losing to Maryland 13-0. So it is what it is, but unfortunately not a conference championship. Hopefully a bowl game, though, this year. I remember last year we didn't make one for some reason. You know, we had 7 or 6 wins. I can't remember last year because it's been that long. It's not even been that long. It's probably been like 10 minutes. But as you know, I have a terrible memory. Cade Klubnik, again, wins the Heisman year number 2. I think he always does at this point. 3,900 yards, 41 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So congrats to him. And we'll be playing in a bowl game against Hawaii. I swear, if we lose this, there's going to be a problem. But, I mean, we do get that. So we'll go ahead, simulate to the end of season recap like we normally do. See who wins the national championship, see who made the college football playoff, and then go from there. Aiden Childs actually stayed here this season as well, so I was kind of surprising. As you can see, he's going to be leaving us. We actually did lose. Pro potential and coach prestige go up, so that's going to be nice. He'll probably be leaving us this year, though. And Alabama has won it in year number 2, 30-27 in overtime. With Miami, Tulane, Alabama, Kansas State, and Oregon with the automatic qualifiers. And with Georgia, Texas Tech, Ohio State, UCLA, Kentucky, Clemson, and Iowa State making it as the at-large bids. So that's going to end Season 2. It's on to Season 3 here with Michigan State. And here we are in Season 3 with Michigan State, where we went 9-3 and number 5 in the nation, but not making a conference championship. All 3 of our losses came inside the Big Ten. To where Wisconsin, USC, Oregon, and Michigan all went 7-2. Michigan did win 10-2 on the season. I believe they are also, they're number 3. Wisconsin's 4. We're 5. Penn State is 7. So more than likely, we're going to have a ton of Big Ten teams going into the college football playoff. Did that also say Wisconsin? Did I miss Wisconsin? No, maybe I did say Wisconsin's 4. We were 5. Okay, yeah, I did. Never mind. As you can see, terrible memory. I just said it. But let's see. We're going to get a first round in the playoff because we're ranked 5th. going into today. So no matter what we are getting, we also just got a 5-star corner, which is very, very nice. We also got a punter. Heck yeah. We're a 3.5-star prestige, A9 overall. So we are very, very nice. We get the bye week in week 16. And let's get into the college football playoff for the first time here with Michigan State in year number 3. We dropped down to an 87. I think all the boosts have gone away. Avery Johnson with Iowa State wins the Heisman, 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. We are going to be playing Auburn in the college football playoff. We are still number 5. Western Kentucky, Colorado State, Georgia, Oregon, and Colorado are the automatic qualifiers, with Wisconsin, Michigan, Penn State, Texas, Oklahoma, Auburn, and Michigan State making it as the at-large bids. Western Kentucky's not even ranked. That's how weird this season was, with Oregon beating Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. That's why they're number 3. But if we can win this game against Auburn, we're going to face Colorado. But let's get it started against Auburn. They're 10-2. Be a tough game. They're in 89. So for some reason, again, we went down in overall again. I think the boosts go away at this point in time because we're at 89 during the season. It is what it is. We are going to be playing in the snow. Let's go. Snow game here in the round 1 of the college football playoff. Looks like we're going to start on defense first. Let's go quarter by quarter. Their first drive ends in a field goal. We turn it over, and they get a touchdown. It's 10-0 Auburn after the first quarter. Still 10-0. We had a chance to score. Couldn't. It's 13-0 at the half. Are we really going to put up a goose egg in the first round of the college football playoff in year number 3? I think we are. It's 13-0. We're down 2 scores. We get a stop on defense, but we're starting on our side of the field and immediately turn it over. And Auburn puts up another score. It's 21-0, and we turn it over again. We're putting up a goose egg at home. Never mind. We get a touchdown with 10 seconds left in the game. It doesn't even matter, though. We're going to lose 21-7. Just a disappointing showing from Michigan State in the first round of the playoffs against Auburn. I mean, it's a good season. Freshman quarterback leads us this far. Kind of surprising. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's go ahead, simulate to the end of season recap. See who wins the national title here in year number 3, and we'll have to head to year number 4 with Michigan State. However, we did make the college football playoff in year number 3, so we'll take it. But year number 4 is going to have to be. And we also now have 4-star prestige with B+ pro potential, A+ conference prestige, A- coach prestige. So we're going to have some very good stuff for recruiting next year. And Oregon wins it all over Georgia, 28-24, where Colorado State ended up beating Western Kentucky and then almost beat Georgia. They went to overtime, 46-44. That would have been a heck of a game to watch. Oregon beat Auburn 16-14. Auburn destroyed Colorado 40-14. So Auburn got to destroy their first 2 opponents. Texas and Oklahoma, 39-35 game. Western Kentucky, Wisconsin was 15-13. That's a wild game, too. But that's going to end Season 3. It's on to Season 4 with Michigan State. And here we are in Season 4 with Michigan State, where we go 10-2, 9-0 in the conference. We have to face number 1 Oregon, who went 11-1, 8-1 in the conference. So that will be a little bit of a tough matchup, but we lost to Notre Dame to start the year, 38-31. So only a 7-point loss, but they ended up being 4th overall. And we also lost to Georgia. So our 2 losses were very good losses against number 2 and number 3 in the nation. We ended up beating Rutgers, Purdue, Penn State, Ohio State, and a lot of close games. Besides Purdue is a 2-score game, and I mean Rutgers was 6, Wisconsin was 3, Central Michigan was 18, Michigan was 3. We had a couple, at least 2-score wins in the final 2 games of the season, but all in all, this will be a tough game against Oregon. Let's see if we win. If we win, we get a bye. If a loss, we get back into the first round in the college football playoff again. We're not going to be the top, I don't think. I think that is going to be Yeah, we did lose, which is, I was highly expecting that. But I think Notre Dame is probably going to take the best spot out of the at-large bids. So we'll have to play in the first round again in back-to-back seasons. Unfortunately, cannot win the Big Ten, but we are an 89 overall team, so a little bit better than last season. But Austin Novosad, I believe that's how you say his name. If I mispronounce it, I apologize. But 3,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season for the Heisman winner. And we're going to be playing Texas Tech in the college football playoff against the 11th overall team in the nation. USF, Clemson, Oregon, Boise State, and Georgia made it as the automatic qualifiers, with Notre Dame, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Texas Tech, Michigan State, Miami, and USC as the at-large bids. So a win here, and we go play Boise State. A loss, and it's another season. So let's get started against Texas Tech. They're 10-3. We're also 10-3 on the season. We're an 89, and they are an 85 overall. Then again, we've seen before, overalls really don't matter in this game. So we'll kind of see how it goes and how we do with this game here against Texas Tech. We are at home again for the second straight year. Last year we put up a touchdown in the fourth quarter and still lost by 2 scores. Let's hope this one's a little better. First drive touchdown, but so does Texas. Wow, a lot of scoring early on in this game. It's 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. Still 14-7, now 21-7. And 24-7 at the half. So a very good second season in the college football playoff, and a long drive that ends up taking most of the time in the third quarter. However, no points, but Texas Tech is driving after a bunch of passing plays. They get a touchdown to make this a 10-point game with under 5 to go. Under 3, and we have the ball in their territory. We get another field goal to go up 13. 4th and 5. They don't get it. That's pretty much going to do it. We get a field goal at the couple seconds to go. But we'll be moving on. We're beating Texas Tech 30-14. And Michigan State, we're moving on to play Boise State in the quarterfinals. Boise State is undefeated currently at this moment. Let's see if we can't give them their first loss. But the playoff game winner, and we'll be moving on to the quarterfinals. For the first time with Michigan State here in season number 4 as well. Made it last year, lost in embarrassing fashion in the first round. However, this time, we get a win and we're going to play in the Peach Bowl against Boise State. Let's get started against Boise State. They're 13-0, we're 11-3. They're an 87, we're an 89. The same defense, but we have the better offense compared to Boise State. So hopefully our defense can get to their quarterback and maybe stop their run game enough to hold them there. That would be pretty nice, all in all. It looks like we're going to start on offense first. And our first drive is a touchdown, a very long run, and we get a stop on defense to go up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And now it's 13-0 after missing the extra point. They get a field goal after a turnover. It's 20-3, 20-10 at the half after they scored with a couple seconds to go. Now it's 2013, now 27-20 after a couple touchdowns for both sides. And Boise State has a chance to tie, and they kick a field goal. 3rd and 10, we go 3 and out, and Boise State punts the football. And we get a huge play for a first down, but 4th and 7, we get a punt. So 2 minutes to go in the game. Boise State's got to get a touchdown, or else this game is over. And we are going to win it. 27-23. They showed Boise State for some reason, and I was really confused at that there. But, hey, we take the win, 27-23, and we are moving on to the semifinal game here with Michigan State. Beating a G5, or is it G4 now? I think it's G5 still. No, now it's a P4. It's the Power 4, not the Power 5, which is still really weird, but you never know. We may see the Power 5 come back. I know the Pac-12 is starting to get some more teams in it, so that'd be kind of cool. See who's in that. I know Mountain, a lot of moving pieces in this next season. But our sophomore wide receiver, 2 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he caught pretty much two passes for 50 yards, and both of them were touchdowns, which is kind of insane. And we got to face Georgia in the semifinals. They beat Miami, and Miami beat USC. The winner will go on to face Clemson or Oregon in the national title. So let's get started against Georgia. They're 12-2. We are 12-3. We lost to them early on this season. They are 91. We are an 89. So let's see how we can do here against a Georgia team. It's always Georgia. We always play Georgia no matter what in these simulations, I feel like. I felt like maybe like once or twice we haven't faced Georgia. But looks like we're going to start on defense first. Their first drive ends in a field goal. Ours ends in a punt. So it's 3-0 after the end of the first quarter. And still 3-0. Now 7-3. Now 14-3 after we put up now 21-3 at the half. 3 solid touchdown drives to give us a huge lead. And another one. It's 28-3. Let's just not pull a Falcons, please. It is 28-10. We do put up a field goal to go up 21 points. It's all of a sudden 14-point game. Back-to-back sacks. We go 3 and out. We're going to pull it. Nope, we okay. I was going to say if Georgia scored, they were pulling a Falcons. 4th and 4. We get a field goal. This game is over. We're going to win 34-17. It kind of scared me there. Late in the game, they had a chance to be down only 7. But we run away with it at the end. And we are moving on to the national championship game with Michigan State here in season number 4. Can we do it here? Orange Bowl winners. And who will we be playing in the national title game? We're going to have to get through some Player of the Week awards, more than likely. Yeah, Brad Thompson. And we're going to be playing Oregon in the national championship, the rematch of the Big Ten championship game. So let's get started against Oregon. 14-1, 13-3. They are an 88. We're an 89. They have the better defense, but we have the better overall and the offense overall. But then again, overalls really don't matter in this game. So unless you're like a Oregon against Akron or something like that, then it will actually matter. But let's see how we do. Looks like we're going to start on offense first. Our first drive ends in a touchdown. We get a turnover, so it's 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Michigan State leading. Multiple stops by both sides, but we get a field goal and a touchdown to go up 17-0 in the quarter. I guess at the end of the first half, and it's now 20-7. Here in the fourth quarter, we have the ball, and we have... Oh, no, wait, what? So we got a sack, and now it's 1st and goal from the 1. We get a touchdown. It's 28-7. We went for 2. Why did we go for? I guess to go up 21. It's now a 14-point game. They do get a stop. It's not over yet, and now it is. First down. It's 4th and 1. We get a field goal. They do get a touchdown to make this a 10-point game, but we knew where it was. Michigan State in 4 seasons has won it all. A national championship versus all green versus all white. And we'll be taking down Oregon 31-21 in the national title game in the battle of green teams. And there it is. Another team done. I know we're going to be getting... We still got a couple months till August when College Football 26 comes out, and that's going to have more teams in it as well. So we're going to have our work cut out for us in next season, or in the next game. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But a win is a win. And now we'll have to go check out the stats of the national title winning team to see how everyone did. But yeah, College Football 26 is going to have more teams. And hopefully some better stuff for Dynasty mode. And some other stuff. But that'll be a whole nother video that we go into it. But looking at the stats of the season, Murphy, 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Not a great season from our quarterback. 19 picks is insane. Rushing-wise, 992 from Slay with 14 touchdowns. Murphy had 697 and 7 on the ground himself. Receiving-wise, Marsh had 772 with 8 touchdowns. Milano, 663 with 1. Johnson, 610 with 2. Defensive-wise, Pretzloff had 82 tackles. Stanley had 14. Downing had 14 sacks to lead the team. Pretzloff had 5 picks to lead the team. Thompson had 12 deflections. We actually did force a lot of fumbles, and we recovered 8 of them. We did have a blocked kick, 1 safety, but no defensive touchdowns. Kicking-wise, Cardozo, the junior, did have 1 extra point blocked and missed 1 field goal, and I think it was from 50+. Punting-wise, the freshman, Zach Thomas, 3,000 punts, or 3,000 punting yards, 7 inside the 20, 16 touchbacks. Not great, and no return touchdowns. But that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It's free and really helps out the channel. And if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road for 500 subs. And once we hit that 500 subs, we'll do a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube, winning more national championships with every team in the game, or we'll probably do multiple games and will be the show coming out here pretty soon. Look out for a couple of videos on that as well, along with winning national championships with every team. Keep with that going until we do it. And then College Football 26, we'll do the same thing, winning national championships with every team, as well as bringing back the zero overall dynasty and creating other dynasties on that as well when we go through that stuff. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, or whenever you guys are watching this. And yeah, see you guys on Wednesday. I'm out. Peace.